Hello again. This is a bit of a follow-up from a previous video when I said I kind of want to change the direction of the channel a wee bit to include vintage tools, as I kind of feel like the prices of knives are getting a bit silly, and to be honest, the guy only needs so many knives. Still love knives, still going to talk about them, but I'm also now going to include vintage tools, as that video was fairly well received. So to kick that off, here's an old Britool socket set. Now today is the 6th of November 2022. I bought this yesterday and I paid £30 from someone fairly locally at a wee car boot sale. Now £30 might sound like a lot of money, but this is a 14-piece set, and if you put that at £2 per item, that seems pretty reasonable. And to be honest, these tins, even empty, sell for quite a bit on eBay, and you can see the prices of the individual sockets. In fact, the very ratchet that's in here, I seen on eBay the other day, sold for £15. So I feel like I got a good deal on this, and I'm really happy with it. Now, in terms of cleaning this up, I may or may not try to. I'm probably not going to, as dealing with paint is just something I'm completely oblivious to. I like to watch it on YouTube myself, tool restorations that is, but I don't have a sandblaster or anything like that, and I probably could do it with just brushes and paint stripper, but I'm a bit intimidated to try and paint something. We'll see, and it also depends if I can find a replacement sticker, as this one's looking a bit tired, which is a shame. Other than the state of the box, it's quite nice. I mean, it's a wee bit bent, as you can see there. It's a wee bit bent, but that's not bad at all. And I forgot to mention, it is a metric set, so to me that makes it all the more valuable, because if I'm honest, Imperial is not that useful to me. It's not like I'm working on old cars or anything. In fact, I should say I am just a hobbyist, and I like to collect vintage tools because I like to have something that's high quality, not expensive but high quality. So you'll see a lot of this sort of stuff on my channel. I'm not a mechanic or anything like that. I'm just a hobbyist, and above all else, an idiot with a camera. Anyway, this is a 1/2 inch set, and it's 14 pieces, as I said. It's 10mm. It's an absolute miracle that that's still in there. Up to, I'm pretty sure, 19mm. Aye, 19. So we've got, I think it's 10 sockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Aye, 10 sockets. The ratchet, as I said, that ratchet by itself sold on eBay for £15. I don't know what the proper name for this thing is. It's not an extension. That one there is an extension. These are a bit difficult to get out. Like I said though, it's an absolute miracle. In fact, I'll use a screwdriver. I can usually get it out no problem, but I can't be bothered fighting with it on camera. So it's not an extension, but it is for this bar. I think I heard this being called a Tommy bar somewhere. So that's pretty handy, so you can get more leverage. You could do it either way, I suppose. I'm pretty sure some people that actually know what they're talking about are probably laughing at me. Whatever. I think that's brilliant. That's a great wee set. We've also got this piece here, which does the same thing, just longer, but it also doubles as an extension for this ratchet. And I should mention, this is all, I think this is all original. It's all matching. Everything in here is marked Britool except this thing, but that's just a steel bar at the end of the day. Look at that. Hope you can see that. If not, I'll post some photos with it. Made in England. That's the important part to me. Made in the British Isles. So there's your extension bar. I absolutely love this wee set. And the ratchet works perfectly fine. It's not too wobbly or anything. And I kind of just want to show you the sockets. I know that's nothing too exciting. Well, I mean, it is to me, to be fair, but usually, I mean, up until now I've just been buying individual sockets because this is the first complete set I've found, especially at a price I'm willing to pay. There's plenty of sets out there, but they're pretty much entirely Imperial, with maybe the odd mismatched metric socket in it. So these pretty much have all the chrome still on them. Trying to get a good view for you there, sorry. On the up at all. There we go. Britool. Britool, however you pronounce it, 19mm. That's lovely, I love that. And this is all I should really need, although I've got, how many other ratchets? 7 or 8 anyway, but it's because I keep finding them cheap at car boot sales. I like to have a look through the boxes of tools, pick it up if I see something that I like, Britool, King Dick, whatever. Got the Gador, and the price is reasonable, and if it works, I'll buy it. 18mm. I won't bore you by going through every single one, or maybe I will, I don't know. I'm just so excited about this little set. Look at that. Sorry, I'm just really excited about this still. 10mm. And I'll just prove it to you that that is the 10mm. Why? Well, apparently 10mm have a tendency to wander. Amazingly, I've never had that problem, but then again, I don't really use a socket set all that often. Really, all I need it for is maintaining my pit. To be fair, I don't get out on much. That's just a wee fart about at a bang, which you're not really supposed to do, but oh well. Oh, forgot to put the ratchet away. In fact, speaking of the ratchet, just quickly, I'll show you a couple other Britool ratchets. Not all of them. I think altogether I've got 5 Britool ratchets. I'll just show you another 2 because they're beside me here in this toolbox. And if anyone's interested in seeing the other ratchets, tell me and I'll gladly make a video. Nearly all of my ratchets are 1/2 inch. It's almost the exact same ratchet. They're both 1/2 inch, just a different colour of handle, and the model is on this side of this one, where it's on the other side on the rest of my ratchets. £3 I paid for that. Can't really go wrong. I mean, up until I started buying vintage tools, this was the set that I've been using, and to be fair, it works. It's actually not a bad set. It is made in China, but I mean, it's got everything that I need, to be fair. I mean, it works fine. You've got your ratchet. These are a couple of bits I put in separately that I found in other toolboxes, but it's got your 2 extensions. The ratchet, it's a not bad ratchet, and it's got metric, and the ones on the side are imperial. It's a decent wee ratchet. That's what I've been using, but I'm trying to only use old British or old German or old Swedish or that sort of thing. In fact, it'd be rude to not show you this one as well. Similar ratchet, but this one's 3/8. I don't really have many 3/8 sockets. Well, that said, there's a 3/8, but I'm trying to use the old stuff. In fact, I did say I've been trying to pick them up individually whenever I can find them, so here's what I've got so far. This bar's Chinese. I can't do everything British or American or whatever, but these are just mixed. These 2 are Britool, so that's a 23 and that's a 30. I doubt I'm ever going to use this in my life, but it was there and I thought, well, it's a metric one, I might as well buy it, try to get as many as I can, and I only paid £2 for it, so I'd probably pay about £2 or £3 for a new Chinese one, so why not get one of the older ones, because we're talking some of the best tools ever made in my opinion anyway. Oh, that's a military one, look at that, can you see that? I have to zoom in a bit more. I don't know if I noticed that before, but look at that. 96, broad arrow, and then your number there. That's really nice, that. I might have noticed that before, but I can't remember. I like the broad arrow tools. I might have mentioned it once or twice. We won't go through every single one. Yeah, 23mm. Does this have a broad arrow on it? No. Anytime I see a broad arrow on something, it just makes me want it even more. I don't know why, it's just something I really enjoy. But these are just a mixture of everything. I think about 4 or 5 of these are Halfords. but they're the old made in England Halfords, which I think that is Halfords as in the bike shop and whatever, but Halfords made in England, 16mm. That's not really what this video is about, sorry, I just can't help myself. This is also a Britool, which is for a 9mm bit. Oops, sorry, 9mm bit. I didn't know that when I bought it, but it's a Britool made in England, so I had to have it. Anything like this, even if I don't have a use for it, I'll still buy it. Obviously, I just use the 1/4 inch because I'm not a mechanic, but you never know, maybe I'll find some of those bits. Just while we're here, this is a Chinese adapter, it's a Magnuson, but at least this the reason I bought it was because, well, kind of going off here, but this is actually the first quality ratchet that I bought, and this is probably my favourite. It's an old Craftsman USA. I don't know how old this is, but I paid £3 for it and I absolutely love it. In fact, listen to this. Man, that's just, I love that. And it feels such quality. It's heavy. I love this. This is, yeah, when I talk too much here, but I bought this to go with that just so I can use these sockets, because I didn't think I was going to find anything like that again, because I kind of thought that those weren't really much of a thing in Scotland. I thought that the prices would just be outrageous, but they're not. Also got a matching Craftsman elbow joint there. I'll talk about any of this in the future if you're interested. Just tell me what you want to see and I'll do it, because I love this. In fact, just while we're at it, since I showed you this, I'll show you this and I'll try to end it. Did I show you this earlier? I don't think so. King Dick. I think I mentioned King Dick earlier on. You probably burst out laughing. I'll tell you what, there was this one Sunday market I was at, right, and we were just finishing up for the day, and the girlfriend and I went to get something to eat, and I was talking to her, and this style of spanner is sometimes known as a King Dick style, even though that's not quite correct, but I suppose King Dick is mostly known for these, or these are usually associated with King Dick, sorry, or either that or Abingdon, and I do have some proper King Dick ones. And I was saying this to my girlfriend, the one that I found, that is, not this one, but another one, is British made at least, but it doesn't say King Dick. And the lady at the burger van just burst out laughing. She thought it was hilarious. I don't know why, because I guess King Dick is kind of funny, but just because, you know, Dick, but, well, there you go, King Dick. And they still exist. Unfortunately, I think their sockets are now made in China. I did email them and they said 80% of their tools are made in Britain. What that means, I don't know. But as far as I can tell, their spanners are made in Britain, but my god, they're not cheap at all. £300 for a set. But anyway, I might get a kick out with this. 69 AF. So it's an Imperial one, but it's got a broad arrow on it. And again, broad arrow, 1966. I mean, wow, that's pretty good shape for something that's from 1966, wouldn't you say? That's like what, 40? So I can't be bothered working out how old that is, but whatever. What's that all about? 1116 AF, 69 AF. I don't understand Imperial at all. But that one's a 3/8, and I got that today. I actually bought it from the same guy I got this. I actually went back today because I seen two record sash clamps, and the guy wanted 25 quid for it, and well, sash clamps tend to sell for over £25 each. So I thought, well, I'm having that. So I went back today and I thought, well, I've got a couple of quid left. I was actually going to get an oil stone for my mate. I was going to get that and sell it to him for what I paid for it, because he wanted one. But my dad decided he wanted some pliers, so I had £1 left and I bought this. And I don't know about you, right, but I would say that's £1 pretty well spent, because, well, that's quite something, isn't it? That's lovely. So here's my Britool made in England 3/8 ratchet. Screw it, I'm going to show you one more thing and then I'm going, just so I don't make this boring. But sorry, oh, I love this. Just love these old tools. Since we're talking about the, that's a 17 Britool as well, but I kind of feel like showing you this. I feel like I feel a bit posh showing you this, because this isn't things for plebs like me. But can you see that there? USA Snap-on. I don't really have any love for Snap-on, but remember what I was just saying about the 10mm in there? 10mm deep impact socket. I actually found this while I was cycling to boxing a few months ago. I was just cycling and I saw something black on the floor, like just on the ground, and I thought, that looks a bit like a socket. And I was going to ignore it, but then I thought, you never know what that might be. Went back and checked. And it wasn't until I got home, in fact it wasn't until the next day, I remember it was in my bag, I had a look, and I was pretty shocked to see Snap-on. So that's pretty handy to have a free 10mm deep impact socket. I bet you the person who dropped that is probably absolutely raging. I mean, that's like 10 quid right there, second hand. Seriously, I mean, I've been looking at these on eBay because it's kind of doing my head in not being able to find old quality tools, or new quality tools or whatever. Like I said, I'm just trying to refrain from buying Chinese and Taiwanese. Japanese, I sort of accept. I've got some in that box over there, but yeah. In fact, that's the toolbox I've been putting together. I've got all the Britool spanners in there, and well, I think this has went on long enough anyway. If there's anything else, anything here you're interested in, just anything at all, tell me, because like I said, I love this. I really do. I really enjoy talking about this. Right, well, that was a bit long. Sorry about that. I was supposed to just show you this, but I did say, no I didn't, I was going to say I am rather enthusiastic about this, but so here I am now. Yeah, so that be that. Any comments, I do read them, or at least I try to, unless YouTube hides them from me, because YouTube, censorship, blah blah blah. Anyway, 17 minutes, that went on longer than I should have. Right, I'm ending it there. Cheers, and I'll see you after.